Hi again, it's Damaris. I wanted to share a mini album that I've been working on for a couple of weeks. It's the October Afternoon Midway collection, and I've been having this for a couple of months now, since last year, in the hopes that I would get to work on it, and I have. And I basically have completed everything except the journaling. And so let me just take you right through it. This is the cover. It's got like this groove. I don't know if you could see. That smile was kind of blank, so I went around it with a black marker, and then I just, very simple. This is a very simple mini. There's no flowers. There's nothing fancy like that. No bling or anything. It's just really, really basic, and I really like working in that type of design. So that's the cover, and this book is basically all about the parks we've been to, the fairs, zoo, things like that, carnivals. And so it starts off in the beginning here in 2005. We have some Coney Island photos, and they're right there. And I totally came unprepared because I wanted to share with you where I got these stamps here. Like this one, it says, "Today was amazing." This is a stamp by a company called Studio L2E, and the owner's name is Kanani. And I had purchased my first stamp set from her, and I loved it, and I used it a lot. And she saw my photos. I don't know who Jill's talking to. Andy. Okay. So she asked me if I wanted to work with her newer stamp set, which you'll see later on. And so she sent it to me, and I used it in this book. So that's 2005. Here's 2006, and this is the only journaling I did in all the book is only this. So these are some wood veneers, Studio Calico, some stamping, and then over here, this here is a Polaroid frame by Recollections, and these are some stamps by Glitz Design that I just inked up and cut out. So here's some more of that stamp set that Kanani sells, that first collection that I got. The clouds are also by Glitz, and over here I use a little MME journal piece. You'll see later on why I cover this up. You'll see. I'll show it to you. Some buttons and pearls. Very simple. Very clean. This is an Amy T stamp. Some tickets I cut out. This is us at Olive Garden when we went to Old Town in Orlando. Still got to do the journaling. This was when we went to, I forgot what mall it was, but they had a merry-go-round, and Gio got on it. Actually, that's not a Ferris wheel, that's a merry-go-round. And I put Ferris wheel, I just realized that. So here's a wood veneer that I colored up, added a lot of little embellies, and I love using wood veneers. There's a little stamp that I got from Alicia's Stamp Shop, and I entered this into a challenge. And then some washi tape from October Afternoon. This strip here is, I think this is Recollections. And then on this page, I was really afraid to work on this page. I wasn't sure what to do. It's a huge giant Ferris wheel. So I worked it to my advantage. In here, the letter is spelled out Midway. So I covered it up with some background stripe paper, as you can see. Stripes, and then I cut these letters out from the Midway paper pad to spell out Safari, because these photos are from Lion Country Safari when we went there. And these bubble stamps that you see all around, that's from the new stamp set by Studio L2E, and you can go on their website, studiol2e.com, and check out. They have other different stamps, great for Project Life and great for any type of scrapbooking, really, card making. And so it starts here, and then you just go around, and it kind of tells you the story of what's happening in the photos, and then it ends here. There's not much room for journaling, but that's okay, because it just tells you the story. Here's some more. This is when we went to Chuck E. Cheese for the first time. Gio was like, he was a year and 2 months old. And then this is us in the car. And so this piece right here, this is actually one of the new Recollections file folders that are really tiny. And I just opened it up and used it as a photo mount there, and the tickets back there from the paper line. There's a little washi here. This little Polaroid is a stamp by theberryscrap.com. You can go check out that website. And then the word veneers that spell out Chuck E. Cheese. This is not supposed to be here. That was like just a little piece of paper. This next page is pretty plain. I wanted to try something different, so I just sprayed a couple of spritzes of some Mr. Huey's back there. And this is a frame, this glittery Polaroid frame. This is from one of the DCWV paper pads, the snapshot stock. And then I added inside this orange stripe from the Midway collection, a wood veneer. This is something from, what's the name of that company? Starts with an S. And the collection is Snap. Simple Stories, yeah. There's a button or flare. I stamped this mustache and cut it out. This is a stamp. And that's me. So this was our first South Florida fair. And then this is our second South Florida fair. And actually in these photos I was preggers and I didn't even know it. This was in January of 2010. And here I am munching on this delicious pizza, and I didn't know I was pregnant. I think I found out maybe a week or two later. So I thought that's pretty funny how like at the fair everything tasted like extremely good. So that's this page, and then on this side I'll do my journaling. And this one I did a little more fancy, like I added ribbon and things like that. So here you go again with the file folders from Recollections. And what I did here was I added them like that to the page to offset the busyness of the background, but also because I printed these photos bigger than the other ones that I had printed. So I needed more room to add all the photos I wanted to add. And so the file folders came in handy really nicely. And I had found the ticket. So we skipped 2011. It's 2010. We skipped 2011 to going to the fair because Gio was just a baby and he was 2 months old, and I just didn't want to go. So this is 2012. This is last January, and here's some caramel apples. And so these stamps right here, this one and this one, photo op, love, are from a stamp set by Kelly Winnell. And Kelly Winnell is the owner of the Smashaholics group that I'm a part of. And so she sent me this stamp set to play around with. And she sells it on her website. The website is giveagirla.bigcartel.com. I'll leave all the links below to all the websites I'm giving you, so don't worry about that. And then the last entry is this one, and this was this year, January 30th, 2013. So this is Gio. He's 2 years old and change. South Florida Fair. And all the photos I took a couple of weeks ago. You notice I'm not in any of these because I'm the one always taking pictures. So I could, you know, do a little journaling here and there, but basically this is it. And then here's what I was talking about, why I cover this page, because look, it's got all this here, and I really don't have the time to write shutter speed or distance of the photos I take, so I just cover it up. And so there's lots of room in this mini to keep going for all the other years to come of the fairs we go to and the carnivals and things like that. So that's the album. It's completed. I just have to add the journaling. Gotta sit down with my hubby and maybe he'll help me remember dates and what happened, because I have a really bad memory. But I just wanted to show you the album, and then the back is plain. I just left it like the way it came, this chipboard. So that's it. Hope you liked it. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment, and remember that the links are below of all the websites that I mentioned. They will be below. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.